It's election season in Israel. All of the parties are hard at it, trying not only to win the support of the voters, but also the battles within the various parties to fix the party lists. Because here in the Middle East, it's not like the game in the United States or the United Kingdom where you have constituencies. Here, it's all done by party lists. One person who watches this very carefully is advocate Michael Partam. He's the vice chairman of the Movement for Quality Government here in Israel. Michael Partam, thanks very much indeed for your time. How would you describe, if you had one sentence, the Israeli political system?
It's a bit chaotic, I would say, a chaotic democracy, where we've seen in recent years a flux of new parties being formed, parties splitting apart. It's a system that's based upon a multitude of political parties. So it's not a two-party system, it's a multi-party system. I guess a chaotic multi-party system would be an adequate way to describe.
But the American system with two parties disenfranchises huge amounts of potential voters.
Change is important. The question is what change? And it's been an ongoing debate here in Israel. The president had a commission. The Knesset has taken up the issues. But the results in terms of actual change being implemented have been very, very disappointing. So we're stuck with a system that's antiquated, that doesn't work quite right, but we're not quite sure how to fix it.
But isn't one of the problems in Israel that whilst the politicians make pledges of electoral reform before the elections, they're not going to do anything after them?
Elected officials are not elected directly by the people in the Knesset. Mayors in this country are direct elections, but Knesset people are basically appointed by their party, and you vote for a party. Even the prime minister, which at one point there was a big change to have direct elections for the prime minister, that change was rolled back, it was canceled. So we do not vote directly for the prime minister, we vote only for the party. So when the parties want our vote, they talk the talk. But as actual facts, when they get into office, their constituents are the party. I don't know how exactly we reconnect the elected official with the electorate, but it's important to do so. And I think it's beginning to sink in, and the number of voices that are calling for reform, that are calling for implementation of our efforts in terms of quality government has increased. And I think you'll see that in the elections as a growing issue. And we can only hope that the next Knesset will in fact continue those efforts and implement change and reform.
Michael Partam from the Movement for Quality Government in Israel, thank you so much indeed for your time. This is a story, of course, we're going to be following closely. The Israeli election, also the possibility of a leadership election in the Palestinian areas. You can follow all the latest details on those and the rest of the Middle East news on our website, themedialine.org. This is David Harris for The Media Line in Jerusalem.